What is up, internet? It's your boy Skonchy here. Chat. I have found a new game. Okay? I have found a game that I didn't know that I wanted. A game that calls to me. A game that speaks to me. It's called Master of Command. I don't know if anyone out there knows who Armchair Historian is, but the Armchair Historian has gone and made himself Game of the Year. This game comes out at the end of October. I think it's October 27th. But what we're about to embark on is a roguelike RPG real-time strategy game set in the 7 Years' War. In the demo, there's only one faction available for play, but on release there will be 5 appear. So that's England for the UK, Great Britain even, France, Prussia, Austria, and Russia. And I think France might actually be on the end here, but those will be the 5 available factions on launch. But here in the demo, we only have Prussia available to us. And in fact, if you look down here in the bottom left, there's 3 army types. That adds an extra layer of customization to these armies for replayability on launch. These are our doctrines. And so, again, in the preview, we only have one, the Cantonist levies, which over here we can see Cantonist levies give us this canton system, and it gives us all of this starting, all of these starting resources. So we have a military treatise, and when we get into game, we'll see how we apply these. But each of the regiments that we'll end up recruiting and leveling up and playing with throughout the campaign have inventory slots, and so they can equip these items that we start with as bonuses. So we can, up reload and move speed, veterancy, which is a big deal for, making your recruits regular troops and making them better. Reload and accuracy buffs, morale buffs, morale damage, move speed again with the musicians. We also have the Junker Aristocracy, where our officers will gain veterancy at an additional 50%, but recruitable officers is much lower. So let's jump into it here. I did try this once before, chat. I played one game, played for about an hour. I made it through Act 1, which we can see here. We're selecting our region for Act 1. And I lost in the headquarters. So we're aiming to get past that here. There's a warning when you start the game that it is a challenging experience, and that it's unlikely to win your first campaign. So I'm just hoping for progress. We started in Silesia on that trial run. We don't even have that as an option here. So we got Hanover, Thuringia, or suppress Greater Poland. We can get some Freikorps Jaeger from the first region. Professionalism. Oh, that's interesting. I really don't think that that's good, though. Like, Veterancy 1, it's a nice buff because, like, your recruits are just innately better. But to put it in perspective, you need 4 Veterancy to level them up to regular line infantry. Ooh, Prussian Cuirassier. That's what messed me up in the headquarters, was the heavy cav in the Austrians. So, I mean, it really might be worth going Hanover here just to get the heavy cav. But I'm also ass with cav. Initiative doctrine. Officer morale radius doubled is pretty good. Artillery move speed is also good. I think we're gonna go Hanover, chat. Let's run the heavy cav here. So y'all know me. Y'all know I love my map games and my strategy games. This mixes both of them. You'll see what I mean. Right now it's generating the map. We get like a randomized map. We start in camp here, and so we got a couple of things to look at. Our general up here, Friedrich II von Prussian, he's our army general. He has the canton system on there and the Junker aristocracy that we're stuck with. But then we have our division commander, von Anhalt-Dessau, Moritz von Anhalt-Dessau, and he has his own attributes as well, similar to Friedrich. And then each division in this game can have 4 brigades under it, or 4 units, of various sizes. So artillery units obviously have like 100 men in them and still take up 1 slot, where these musketeers, these line infantry, have 1,400 men and take up that same 1 slot. So there's a lot of strategy just in the way that you organize your camp, which is really interesting. So I think the first thing that we're going to want to look at, so we have Prussian musketeers. This is a regular line infantry group. And then we have 2 Cantonist recruits. Both of them have pretty neat flags. And I love the facings on the white. That looks nice. But we're going to want to get these recruits leveled up. As well, this provincial cavalry is not that good. But they take a lot to level up. So we start with two leveled up units and then 2 recruits. So let's try and get our recruits leveled up. We'll give this last group here the regimental staff so that they level up quicker. Or actually, I'm gonna put the regimental staff on the Prussian musketeers because I want to see them get to grenadiers. That's gonna be my goal. I want these guys to level up to grenadiers. There's a lot of customization in this game, and even in the demo, they shipped all of this where each unit, you can customize its name, you can customize its flag with some emblems here, and then you can even change the unit facing color, which in the game, when we fight battles and stuff, we'll actually be able to tell apart our units based on their facings. So it looks like we've got a decent spread there. Let's come up with some unit names. We can customize up our... Okay, so now that's there. Let's try and come up with some unit. So I know we want these musketeers to become Königsgrenadier, but until... we'll go ahead and we'll just leave them as the first Königsgrenadier. Okay. What do we want these recruits to be? So I mean, if these are our grenadiers, these are our elite troops, our shock troops. Reload and move speed. I mean, we could just like stack reload on them. But that's kind of the opposite of what I want. So grenadiers in this time period, you want to see them volley, close the gap, ideally throw grenades, and then charge. We don't have the grenades because they're just line infantry. What is their accuracy compared to the... So compared to the recruits, they have better range, better accuracy, but marginally. I mean, really, I guess, if we want these guys getting into melee, what's the melee attack difference? So 19 versus 36. Okay. That solves that. And then we'll make one of you guys really good at shooting and reloading. So what can he become? So he could become Fry Infantry Fusilier if we want to go down like the shooting route. Being an efficient ranged fighting force. Let's see. There's also Prussian Fusiliers, which, I mean, their accuracy really is not that good. It's a war. Oh, that doesn't make sense. And your reload is 30 seconds. I mean, it's just objectively worse than the Grenadiers. But then, like, these Freijaegers are pretty decent. So we could make these guys light infantry. Also, something to be said about stacking reload on artillery. It'd be a pretty early artillery, but you know what? Let's run it. And then these guys have nothing. That would just up their accuracy. Yeah, we'll just stack these. They don't need the stamina. The accuracy is good. So now we have 2 units with 40 accuracy. Oh. Make sure that everybody has ammo and troops. All right, let's get into it. Okay, war's upon us. General, your army stands at the frontier. Though modest in size, your forces are disciplined and in good order. A nearby depot lies ahead, lightly defended, and you may serve as a starting point to begin your campaign, though you'll need to press onward soon after. There are no unusual conditions in this region. The land is passable, the roads are open, and the enemy has not yet entrenched themselves. Still, do not mistake quiet for safety. Stray patrols and pickets roam the countryside, and their arms and equipment may serve our cause better than theirs. We await your progress. Okay, so we've been tasked to raid the frontier. We have to secure 4 encampments, and that's what's going to get us the heavy cav. So let's see where our encampments are at. There ain't no way there's 2 right here. That's awesome. Okay, so we've got 2 close, 3. So I really, to get our heavy cav is just right here in this circle loop, which is incredible. But I think we come to the city and then swing south, hit the city. Each city that we walk into is going to give us manpower. I think it's 500, or maybe it's 300 from our buffs on our general. The Canton system, 350 reservists for the first time you enter a settlement. We'll get 350 reservists there, and then again down here, which that's just a good manpower boost. And then I think once we get our cavalry, then we hit the convoys. So we come down, get the cavalry after fighting this encampment. We'll hit city, encampment, encampment, city, encampment, city, encampment. Get our new heavy cav. And then we have 3 convoys right here that we can clean up immediately. And then where's their headquarters? Down here. So we might not get the flying batteries doctrine, because that is kind of a lot. We have a timer here where the enemy's HQ will be at full strength at day 145, and when they're at full strength, they start hunting you. And that'll end the region. So we probably don't have enough time to get both, but I definitely want the heavy cav. But first things first, let's grab our supply cache here. Your Grace, a supply cache lies before us, but a handful of enemy stragglers stand watch. We may strike swiftly and seize one part of the stock before they can react, coin, provisions, or powder. Such haste will rouse them to battle, yet their strength is slight, and our men are confident the fight will be ours. Okay, so it looks like we're going to get a weak detachment, which is going to be a very easy battle to start. In between all of these options, provisions. What do we spend on a march? I don't even know. I guess we'll go ammo. Give me your shit. Wow, a detachment is 3,600? That's kind of crazy. But it's going to be very poorly funded, poor troops. So it looks like we're up against a French provincial cav, which is, you know, this very early light cavalry that's not very good. French Fusiliers, which they're okay. They're better than my recruits, but not near as good as my line infantry, so we'll want to line up our guys with theirs, and then my recruits look like they're better. Just marginally better in the melee. But far and away better at range. So I think, given that, we might want to just stay at range. Because even their French Fusiliers, our Königsgrenadier is just way better at range. So I think we're going to try that. I think we're going to try firing line tactics and see if we can get through. It's a little bit different than what I'm used to doing. In my last playthrough, I was really focusing on the melee route and just really fighting it out in the trenches. But I think with our better discipline here on the Prussian campaign, we'll fight at range. So, this is what makes this game awesome. So we had that overland map that's real time. I'm commanding the army and we're strategizing our route. The game fights like Total War, where we can see all of our regiments here. On the far left, we've got our Königsgrenadier with the officer on the far left flank. Got our 2 Cantonist recruits up front. And our cavalry here. We'll spin them around so we can see them. Look at these fellas. Sabers at the ready. Ready to go to war for the boys. Alright. Let's see where their Fusiliers are at. Looks like They're here. So the Fusiliers are on the right. So we'll switch our Onyx Grenadier and match them on the right. Guys over here. Alright. Start the battle. Group our recruits just to keep them together. We'll actually go set up on this hill with the recruits. If we can get there. So here's the tricky thing. I don't want them to be able to use the forest against me, so I think we'll set up at like a range like that. Just get our cavalry up here in support. And move our general up as well. Do a little fast forward while we march onto the field here. Looks like they're just coming frontal assault. Cavalry is going to swing left. I'm going to mirror that movement. Oh, he doesn't like it. I could probably just sit here and wait. So it looks like we have taken the hill. We're starting to form up. They're going to get, yep, first volley. We'll back up a little bit. Oh. Can't back up too far because of the range here. We'll want to set like there. Looks like is our max range. What is their range? So we're outside of their range now. They're going to have to push up into us, but they do outrange us. That's something important to know. Looks like the cavalry is going to be backing up their stronger unit here on the sides. So given that we're going to be outranged, I'm going to let him push into us a little bit here. Wow, those Fusiliers have a lot of range. A lot of range. Alright, we're gonna have to march into him. Alright. Here we go. Time to battle. Fellas, get up here with the recruits. Bring our cav off to the side. We're getting first shots on them here. Nice, good volley, gents. March that set of recruits down. I know I talked about standard range, but I think we're gonna press here. We'll charge with the men. Charge with them. Keep the morale high. Get to them before they fire. Wow, they have entrenchment. Actually, probably pretty bad for our guys. I won't charge the general. Come on, boys, keep fighting. Are we winning this? It doesn't look like it. It looks like we're actually losing pretty horrendously, so we'll retreat. Now will be a good time to charge the cavalry because they're in open order. Come on, boys, we need another good run back. Come on, get another volley in there before the cav charges, right as they hit. Good work. Come on, Cav. Morale is staying high. We're taking some losses, but we're cutting them down. Their morale is tanking. Come on. Provincial Cav, don't fuck me now. They're not that great. They don't do well in sustained battle, but we're about to break them. I'm watching this carrot up here. There they go, retreating. Right back up. Cavalry's coming for me now. These dudes need to run. They are getting cooked. I mean, just absolutely getting hammered in the rear. No pause. Get a little bit closer to support the fellas. Just charging. counter charge. Does make me a little bit sad. Oh wow, he actually retreated the cavalry. That's crazy. He ran them off. Alright, come on infantry, we need you here. It's good, we're gonna break him, I think. We're into that last bar. Come on, bro. Perfect, they're retreating. Okay, now we gotta handle this last unit. You don't need to run. They're gonna volley and charge. Brace, gentlemen, nice. A perfect point blank volley. It just absolutely shattered their morale. Way to hold firm, gents. Looks like that unit back there has reformed, rejoining the battle. So these guys are breaking. I actually want you to charge and get some kills. Give them no quarter. Their morale is just absolutely tanking. They're gonna shatter again. Oh shit. Charge out their cav. I don't know if the counter charge is good or not. I mean, we routed him again. Ran the cav off twice this battle. I mean, these guys are getting a lot of kills. They're doing a lot, for sure. Nice, there we go. They flee the field. First battle done. The other recruit unit that I didn't charge in at the start of the battle really did a lot better. Kind of made up for it there. Nice. Step horses off rip. Some good upgrades. So this is where I don't know what's ideal. I know manpower is always a struggle, but so is provisions. And like, and veterancy just seems better. I lost 600 men, so this 10% is only 60 reduction, right? So I'm still losing over 500 men. I mean, it looks like we were almost 2-1. A lot of captures, but still some losses. I think I want to go exchange just for the extra veterancy. And it looks like we get a couple of double promotes, so maybe a triple promote off of one battle. Oh, I thought he was going to go to 4, man. I would have been able to upgrade him. So right now he's at 3. So we can do all of the ones that are highlighted. Is this the reloader? So this is the unit that we said we were going to take to light infantry, which we can already do that. We fought one battle, and because of all of the buffs from our officer and all of the kills these guys got when they rushed in at the end, they're already ready to become fusiliers. So you can see this makes them significantly worse in charge and in melee. And actually, we're going to use them entirely differently. So they're not going to be line infantry anymore. Now they're skirmishers. And we're going to keep them in open order and push them out ahead of our lines just to see, or just to really start picking off the enemy before they get close. We're gonna need to get them upgraded with better guns for sure. Something to keep in mind. Let's give this horse over to our infantry. To our cavalry. I mean, that's actually gonna get them a little bit better there. Cover bonus. I mean, I guess this recruit unit doesn't have any items there, so we'll just give them the Bible. We'll give them everything. We'll up them to the haversacks. They can become land milits, but I don't think I want them to be. I want this unit to become a line infantry, just to kind of support us. Since we already have a light infantry, we're gonna need depth on the line. Alright, that's gonna do it for the first episode of Master of Command, guys. I'm excited to continue this Prussia campaign in the demo until we get full access to the game on October 27th and get to play around with some of the other factions and army types that they'll be releasing. As always, this was filmed live over at twitch.tv/Skonchy. Check me out on socials, Skonchy Live on TikTok, Skonchy on Twitch and YouTube. See ya.